Well, I've got my French hat on today because I want to talk about something. Cuisine. It's a fancy French word. It's like, oh, look at me. I cook something. It's on the stove. Voila. It's my cuisine. Right? So I host these international students and they love their food. They're so proud of it. A German student will be like, oh, in Germany we have Spätzle, we have Bratwurst, we have the Wiener Schnitzel. I can't do my accent properly. Anyways, what is traditional Canadian cuisine? And I'm like, well, we have poutine. Now let's break this down because Canadians did not invent French fries. I'm pretty sure the French handled that one. We just looked at the fries and went, you know what this needs? Cheese and gravy. Yeah. That's our contribution to global cuisine. And in truth, it's quite tasty. So you're welcome, world. Oh, but let's not forget, there's bannock. Oh yeah, Canadians invented bannock, which is basically flour turned into dough, stuck on a stick, cooked over the fire. Super revolutionary stuff. And actually, bannock is quite delicious as well, especially at our fish fries, a nice walleye. And then, of course, there's tourtière. Now, this is where the problem starts. The international student says, oh, tell me more. And I say, well, I know it sounds fancy, right? It even has one of those backward accents on the E to make it sound super pretentious. So when I first heard about tourtière, I was like, wow, a French-Canadian culinary delight I've never heard of. So the international student's like, oh, what is this tourtière? And I say, well, it's meat in a crust. That's it. And the student says, oh, nice. Are there vegetables in it? Or maybe some onions or potatoes? Nope. Just meat in a crusty pie. Oh, but surely the crust is... Nope. And I, for one, do not like to insult my food, but tourtière, you are not a culinary delight. You are a culinary disappointment. And when my mother-in-law served me this at Christmas, my face betrayed me. She said, oh, just try it with ketchup. Not just any ketchup, French's ketchup, because they were boycotting Heinz. Pro tip, skip the tourtière, go straight for the ketchup. Tourtière shouldn't be called cuisine. It's more like, honey, what'd you cook? I don't know, I put some meat in a pie shell. There's ketchup in the fridge so your mouth doesn't dry out. Honestly, let's stop with all these pretentious names. Sometimes a sandwich is just a sandwich. Sometimes a tourtière is just meat in a crusty pie shell. That's right, a crusty meat pie. Well, I actually have an uncle who's basically a crusty meat pie. Yeah, you heard me, uncle. A crusty meat pie. My family's watching this right now. All my uncles are looking at each other like, wait, am I the crusty meat pie that she's talking about? And then there's the one uncle who's like, yep, it's me. I'm the crusty meat pie. You know who you are. So yeah, sometimes a sandwich is just a sandwich. And sometimes a tourtière is just a crusty meat pie. And while we're at it with the culinary insults, face it, white chocolate, you're just vanilla.